Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing my first ever Q&A and I'm so excited about it. I hope I can do this without getting too out of breath. I asked on my Instagram stories in the new question feature that I'm like so obsessed with for people to ask me questions, and I got a whole bunch of questions, so I'm gonna try to knock out as many as possible before I run out of memory on my camera. We'll see how it goes. And if you are not following me on Instagram, it's right here. What are you waiting for? I post on there all the time, and that will be where you find out first when I have this baby, FYI. I screenshotted all of these and tried to go through them, but there were so many. Okay. When did Lucy start sleeping through the night? Did you have to sleep train her? I love your channel. So number one, thank you. Number two, Lucy started sleeping through the night right around 8 months-ish, I think, is where she slept like the entire night, like not waking up for milk or anything. But 4.5 to almost 6 months, she was an absolutely atrocious sleeper, waking up probably every 45 minutes or less. She had me trained. It was terrible. So I did end up moderately sleep training her, but I just did the where you go in every like 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, you know, things like that. I really sleep trained in like 2 nights. So I wish I would have done it a little sooner, but now she is an amazing sleeper, so I'm glad I did. How long have you been doing YouTube, and what's your advice for getting started? I started back in like the very end of October of last year, but I really didn't get consistent with posting regularly until, I don't know, 4 months ago. Once I stopped throwing up every day and I came back to YouTube to do pregnancy updates and everything is when I started getting consistent. Where do you get your design inspiration? I love your style and home updates. I get a lot of my home inspiration from Instagram and different bloggers and Pinterest, things like that. A couple of my favorites are Jessica Garvin and the Kismet House. I think that's how you say it. I'll link them down below. I love neutrals, pops of color. I'm pretty plain Jane with style, honestly, but I do love to decorate. How will you save money when having 2 girls? I won't. What self-tanner do you use? I use Loving Tan in the dark shade, the foam. Using Ultra Dark back when I was really consistent with self-tanning, but now I like hardly ever do it. Clearly, I'm so pale right now, but it's just a lot of work when you're pregnant, but Loving Tan is my ride or die. What made you want to start a YouTube channel? I've watched YouTube for years and years and years, and I actually used to have one years ago that was really embarrassing, and everything got deleted long ago, so don't try to find it. I had a blog for almost 5 years, so I just kind of wanted to change it up and try something else, and I'm loving it. Do you want more kids after this one? I think we want one more, yes. We're just gonna have to see what having 2 kids is like, but I do think we want 3. I would really love to have a boy for Shane's sake, but he might just be a girl dad for life. We'll have to see. What helped you grow your Instagram and blog the most? Any advice? Growing on Instagram now is so different than how it was 3-4 years ago when I originally grew. My following is not huge by any means, but honestly, the biggest tips I can say is be consistent, post regularly, be your true and honest self, and post consistently, and you'll be good to go. What's your favorite feature in your new home so far, and what do you wish you could have done that you didn't end up doing? I think I read that right. Favorite room or feature, I guess, is my shower. I am so in love with my shower. Shane built me a massive walk-in shower, and I originally told him that it was way too big, but now it's like my favorite thing ever. We have 2 shower heads. I just want to stand in there for 10,000 hours, so that's by far my favorite thing about this house. I've never had like a master bathroom before, so that is absolutely the freaking best. And also, even though my kitchen's only half done, I'm obsessed with my kitchen. One thing I wish we would have done that we didn't, probably get our island done right when we did the kitchen cabinets. And I guess that's kind of a weird answer because we are getting an island, it's just not done yet. What's your biggest advice to girl moms? Lucy is only 2, so I haven't had to deal with like the girl stuff really yet, but just be prepared to want to buy every piece of clothing ever because everything's so cute. How did you and your husband meet? We met at college. We both played sports at the community college we went to. I played volleyball and he played baseball. We met really early on freshman year, and Yeah, it's a really long story about how we started dating, so give this video a thumbs up if you want to hear more about that. But I was a jerk to him for a really long time, and I ditched him on a date. And it took us almost 2 years after meeting to start dating. So if you guys want to hear that story, let me know. It's a pretty funny story. How long have you and your husband been together? Shane and I have been together for almost 7.5 years, I think. Yes, 7.5 years. And we've been married for, oh my God, three years. We got married April of 2015. Yes, 3 years. Math is not our strong suit. What's the hardest thing about renovating your home? Patience. Patience, patience, patience. It's hard. I'm gonna be honest, especially having a fixer-upper and doing it predominantly yourself. And by yourself, I mean my husband. I didn't do it. But patience is really hard because we bought this house in March of last year and it's now August. Having the patience and like seeing all of the dollar signs in front of you is tough, but it's so worth it. What are your favorite hair products? Your hair always looks gorge. Guys, I am so low maintenance when it comes to my hair, which is funny because I went to cosmetology school and I worked in a salon for a while, but I just don't do a lot with my hair. I hate washing it, but Pureology, anything. I love their hairspray, their Flex Hold hairspray. But my number one product is dry shampoo. I wash my hair twice a week, tops, and I just load it in with dry shampoo, like right now, and it doesn't look very good, but thank you for thinking it does. I use BioLash shampoo and conditioner right now, and I love the It's a 10 leave-in spray. Those are like all the things I use. What advice do you have for a first-time mama? Just give yourself a break. I feel like I was so worried and so stressed out about having to be a perfect mom all the time and always being on top of everything, and just like give yourself grace in those early days. It is a really huge transition, and it is the biggest change of your life, but it is the most amazing change ever. So just give yourself a break and try not to Google every single thing, because I googled everything with Lucy and I was basically convinced that she was dying at all times, and I do not recommend that. How long did it take for you to conceive, and did you have any difficulties? No, I did not have any difficulties, and I'm so grateful for that. I got pregnant with Lucy on pretty much the first try, and then this baby was planned, but we were not, I wouldn't say we were actively trying. So I'm so unbelievably grateful for that. I do not like talking about it because it breaks my heart that so many people have to deal with infertility, and I personally have that struggle, and I just know how difficult it is, and I feel bad talking about it, but I mean, I know that it's just, that's just my life. No, I did not have any difficulties getting pregnant. Your go-to lipstick for everyday mom life? Cream Cut by MAC, 99% of the time. It's the best. I got asked just about probably 30 times about how old I am, and I'm 26 and I'll be 27 on the 19th of this month. I like forgot my birthday. And then I also got questions on how old Shane is, and Shane is 27 and he will be 28 on the 14th of this month. Yeah, our birthdays are 5 days apart and I literally always forget. It's terrible. Did you have an easy labor with Lucy or a difficult one? A difficult one. I just did 39 weeks when I was not dilated, not effaced, nothing was going on. And yeah, I was in labor for 50 hours. I pushed for almost 2 hours, which is the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. And then basically her heart rate kept kind of dropping, going up and down, and she was in the birth canal for too long is what we think, and she came out having a hard time breathing, and her blood sugars weren't really regulating, so I didn't get to hold Lucy or see her at all until almost 2 hours later, I think, after I had her. So physically it was difficult, but also emotionally it was really hard on me. It was worth being in the hospital for 6 days, and she's healthy as can be now, so it was all worth it. But yeah, it was not an easy labor by any means. I am very hopeful that I will not have to do that this time around, but we'll see. What's your favorite thing about your husband? Surprisingly, he didn't write that. It's literally the hardest worker I've ever met. Work 10-hour days and then come work on the house literally the entire night until 1 a.m. to get it done for us. He's good at everything. Like, he can figure out how to build anything. He can figure out pretty much anything. So one other thing that I completely love about him is that he's like the most personable human being. Like, he has no problem talking to anyone, and I can be so awkward with people sometimes. I'm just gonna answer like 2 more because this video's getting pretty long. I keep having to delete stuff. Where did you get Lucy's name from? I'm so obsessed with it. I Love Lucy forever. It's like one of my all-time favorite shows, and I was just cleaning on the floor one day and I had like an I Love Lucy DVD, and I was like, what about Lucy? And Shane was just like, yeah, I like that name. And that's how we figured out a name. I wish that would happen with this baby. How did you deal with morning sickness with a toddler? It was really hard. It was really hard. I would say that Netflix was Lucy's nanny for a solid 15 weeks because Shane was working on the house every day. So literally I was taking care of Lucy from the moment she woke up until she went to bed, and I didn't really have a break ever. And I was throwing up like 6 times a day. So it doesn't matter if they're eating like pretzels and mini muffins for breakfast. Turn on Netflix, get yourself a baby gate, and ride it out on the couch. He was so amazing to me though when I was going through all that. But yeah, it was hard. It was hard, I'm not gonna lie to you, but we made it through. It was just a season of our lives that I really never want to go through ever again. But yes, turn on Netflix. It's gonna be my last question, and it's, do you have any hobbies? I feel like I've lost myself since becoming a mom. I'd say my main hobby is YouTube, but also a volleyball coach, and I feel like it just kind of gives me the perfect amount of time out of the house to have something that's not like me just being a mom. Like, it's something else I get to do that I've loved for years and years and years and years. And so I have volleyball, and it keeps me going. It gets me out of the house, and I love it. 100% understand the part about losing yourself when you become a mom, because being a mom just, like, I feel consumes you. It's also so good to have things for yourself. That's all the questions I'm gonna answer for today though. I'm very hot and very out of breath. Remember, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me over there. It's just at Maryssa Albert. Posting there any updates about the baby first. And whenever I do my next Q&A, I'm gonna ask over there again. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.